Robin Webb, a state lawmaker for over a quarter of a century, has claimed many identities. The longtime Democrat has been a coal miner, lawyer, rancher, and now Republican. Last night, she shared with us why she made the decision to switch political parties. Tonight, she offers a defense to those who claim she's betrayed Democrats and those who've supported her. We pick up part 2 of our conversation right there. I want to go to some social media reaction, and this is coming from either folks in your district or through Democratic Party associations that accuse you, quote, of deceiving and betraying your supporters and reneging on a promise you made to run another term as a Democrat.
I never promised that. Let me be very clear. I've never promised that. Don't recall promising that. Wouldn't promise that, because let me tell you, just to be honest and transparent in this, I didn't have an opponent the last race. I was blessed, thankful. But I took that to mean, you know, if there was a problem with my voting record before then, somebody should have surfaced somewhere and somehow in the representation of my district and how I feel about my district. And that's fine. But I appreciated it. But I didn't betray anybody, in my opinion, because of the timing of it now. You know, the cycle, I'm now in cycle. And so I'm putting it out there. There's a filing deadline coming up. Mm-hmm. I think that's what you should do. And everybody's like, resign and all this stuff. That's not the way we're set up. People all over the United States have changed parties one way or another several times, or be independent. You know, I don't care how many parties there are. I can live with it. But so that to me is not a problem. And if you look back, this is not a decision that happened overnight. This is based on the struggles that I've had internally with my conscience and my votes. I'd say at least 3 years. And if you look at my fundraising activity, I've got the least amount of money that I've ever had in my bank account. Mm-hmm. And you know I can raise money because, you know, when I ran for the Senate, it was the most expensive and one of the meanest, short of dueling, in the Commonwealth, and that's okay. But I didn't raise money because I did not want to be that person that raised money as one thing when there was a potentiality that I might not stay the course.
Should you return the money that you received from the Senate Democratic Caucus and other Democratic contributors in the previous cycle that rolled over from 2018 to 2022 when you were unopposed?
The last time I got money from the party, I think it was 2017. Mm-hmm. That's been a long time ago. And you look at my financial reports, I get money from a lot of Republicans historically through the years. Some of my bigger donors are Republican donors because of the job that I've done and the friendships and relationships. And so I don't have that much money in my account at this point. I've been the party hadn't asked me to return it, but you know, there's not that much in it. If they want some of it, that's fine. But I also have a mixed bag in that.
Right. So as we come upon this new election cycle, the filing deadline, I mean, to change your party, you need to do it before the end of the year, right? Then we know the filing deadline had been moved up, right, and closer to January. So do you consider yourself having done the Democrats a favor to give them a chance to perhaps find a Democratic representative from the Senate District number 18 to run?
They very well could have found one anyway, probably, some of the displeasure they've had with me on my voting record. You know what I mean? I mean, they're not all pleased with me anyway. They don't like me seeing me come to a call or a meeting through the years. And they certainly haven't listened to me, you know, on any, or have me included me in anything, and that's okay. But, you know, good luck to them. But it's, but the people, and I'm not throwing anybody under the bus or getting in the weeds on this, and the general public really doesn't know the dynamics of parties and party leadership and inclusion and exclusion and how things have gone. And, you know, I don't like it. I don't like how parties operate overall sometimes, but, you know, that's the system that we've got. You've got to operate in it.
Yeah.
So, again, the timing of this, to me, is the ethical timing of this.
Yeah. So while you're hearing it from the Democrats, some of the Republicans are saying, well, she's going to be a rhino, Republican in name only.
They say that about some of the caucus now, but, you know.
Right. So many people are curious. Do you agree with the Trump agenda, pro-MAGA movement? And do you support what you've seen from the president so far?
But this isn't about the president. This isn't about him at all. This is about the state of Kentucky. I don't get the opportunity to vote on a lot of that. And any president of any party I'm not going to agree with, especially as a state legislator. I'm big on state autonomy. I'm big on my institution. I'm big on separation of powers. I'm a constitutionalist. I am a conservative, always have been when it comes to Constitution. So, no, I don't agree with everything, in the process particularly. Now, some of the subject matter, yes, I agree with. And like agency downsizing, maybe, you should have people that know the government a little better. But, I mean, I don't have a problem with looking at that. President Clinton did that. So, back in the day, I mean, if you want to talk parity, and every administration does it to some degree. So, but no, this isn't about that. And this isn't about really national agenda, because that's not what I'm running for.
So many people are wondering about motive. What's in it for them and what's in it for you?
Nothing. I mean, there wasn't anything offered to me. I got a chairmanship of a task force I've been working on and have expertise in.
But that was before you switched.
That was before and was going to happen anyway. So that had nothing to do with it.
And you had not had a conversation about switching when you got that said task force?
No. And that's Senator Stivers, President Stivers, has sent me places all over the world to learn about flood mitigation. He knows my background. He knows I'm technically oriented. I like this stuff. I'm and the state spent money getting me to do it. So, yeah, that was a deal. I didn't ask for anything. I asked for, an office comparable to the one I have now. End of story. And good help. But other than that, and nothing was offered to me.
And no chairmanship, no possible leadership position?
No. No. I mean, I'm happy. I've always been at the table. I've got the committees, same committees. They've always given me what I want in my committees. My budget expertise, they've always deferred to. And I have been successful at passing bills because I work well across the aisle. I did in the House. When I was in the House with the supermajority, I had Republican co-sponsor on almost every bill. So I look at this like we're all in this together representing Kentuckians. And I put my blinders on. I just want to do my job.
Yeah. With Webb's defection to the GOP, Republicans widened their supermajority in the state Senate to 32 members to Democrats' 6. In the 100-member state House of Representatives, there are 80 Republicans and 20 Democrats.